Briefly, we're going to talk about draw knives. Uh, Obviously, this one's been a bit abused. It's not my personal draw knife. I would not allow it to get rusty. Just picked it out of the yard. Um, what I do want to say about draw knives is you need a sizable draw knife. I even like, personally, one with a blade about this big. The more mass, the easier it is to peel well with it. Um, you can buy these knives from specialty knife manufacturers or log tool manufacturers. Bar Corton makes an excellent tool. You can also take large planer blades and have them welded to a metal bar and put handles on it if you're going to pre-make or make them on your own. But the draw knives that you'll typically find in an Ace Hardware or something like that, those are typically made quite poorly. The steel's not very good, and they're very small. You don't want to try to peel a 40-foot log with a tiny draw knife. What we'll show you now is how to sharpen these. When they come from whoever built them, they will have a proper angle on them, and at all costs, you want to maintain that angle. This knife, again, probably hasn't been sharpened as well as it should have. I'm going to use a belt sander to sharpen this knife. Again, if you own this knife personally, you can spend the time to sharpen it extremely well with whetstones. We're just showing you how to sharpen a knife so that you can use it at work and that'll be functional. I'm going to take a 4x24 belt sander, turn it upside down. I'm going to lock it on. And holding the knife in this manner, I want to be able to feel the heat of the blade, and I don't want it to get overly hot. So, and I'm being very careful to try to maintain the same angle and not to vary. If you notice, I'm actually have the sharp part of the blade facing the belt and not the other direction. And we won't spend the time it takes to take a poorly made or poorly sharpened blade to fix it. This is just for illustration, as it might take 15 minutes to make this back to its original shape. Again, I didn't sharpen it to where it really needs to be, but I think you can see it helps you provide a super flat surface. And once we get it so that we don't see any rust anymore or any unsharpened steel all the way out to the edge, it'll definitely be sharp enough for peeling logs. If you want to take the time to use a whetstone, then you'll have a razor sharp knife, but it's not really necessary.